Yes, I'm Michael Ray Harris. I'm running for Attorney General, and yes, I am an attorney, which I think should be a qualification. And the fact that y'all are here tells me that y'all probably care a great deal about personal liberty. And let me just say that if you think our current Attorney General, Ken Paxton, cares about your personal liberty, he's probably got some good stock advice for you too. Now, in the brief time I have here, I'd like to basically hit just a few points that I'd like to focus on during my campaign. First and foremost, our civil asset forfeiture law has basically become nothing more than legalized theft by government agents. There's an organization called the Institute of Justice that puts a great deal of time and effort into the issue of asset forfeiture. They gave the state of Texas a grade of a D, as in dog, D on the subject. We can do a hell of a lot better than that. Number two, there is a little known section in the Texas Penal Code called official oppression. You can look it up. I think that that section should apply to federal agents who abuse their power. And I think the Attorney General should investigate. I've done court-appointed criminal cases for over 20 years in the state of Texas, and I have personally seen with my own eyes in my own cases where I felt like it would have been appropriate to have prosecuted not only state and local, but also federal agents under the official oppression statute in the Texas Penal Code. Point number three I'd like to focus on is that I don't know where we came up with this notion that 9 people wearing black robes in Washington who are unelected got to decide what was and was not constitutional. This never was intended for the Supreme Court to be the final arbiter of what was and was not constitutional. This really ties into the fourth point I'd like to focus on, and since the Attorney General is the person who represents the state of Texas in the federal court system, and I have represented people in the federal court system before, Texans for that matter, is that to me, the 10th Amendment to the Constitution actually means what it says. I know that's a crazy idea that I have, but if you just pull it up, read it for yourself, I think it's pretty self-explanatory that it means what it says. And kind of like on the side point there, it kind of ties in with it, the Commerce Clause does not say and does not mean what our current court says it does. And the final point I'd like to really get into that kind of ties in with the other points is, in my study of law and the Constitution, the words in the Second Amendment, the right of the people, should mean the same thing as they do in the First Amendment. It makes no sense to me to think that when they wrote the Constitution, there was two different meanings of the exact same words. And with that, I close and look forward to talking to y'all later.